Hi, it's Sunday. I am finishing the elephant. It's actually starting to have a shape. I am still incredibly confused about how it's getting a shape. But it looks like it's kind of working, right? Like, that's roughly a shape, yeah. I'm on round 5, whatever, out of 8, I think. So I have 4, 6, 9, 10, 13, 16 squares left, or like shapes, different shapes. Including the squares, so that's less sides to sew, so I think I'm gonna be okay. It's free, by the way, 3 p.m. I'm gonna have a little food break, go to the store before it closes, because tonight is Christmas Eve, so the store closes early, and I would like to eat dinner. That isn't like random ingredients like we have in the house dinner, but actual dinner. I'm hoping that this actually like looks good when I put the stuffing in. Like, I purposefully sized down 2 needle sizes on what the yarn says, but there's still like gaps here. So some white will be coming through, but I'm hoping it's not too bad. I can actually kinda... kind of stuff him right now. Oh, this is very weird. Let's see. It said to like stuff him tightly, but not super tightly, which makes sense because it has holes. Okay, yeah, that looks fine. That looks decent. I also switched to safety pins for putting the little number tags on which square it is, because that will be easier to remove. But it does make a horrendous noise on my desk when it scratches, so I'm glad I didn't do that from the start. Yeah, that's butt. That works. It's supposed to be like a decoration for on the table, not a plushie to hug, so I don't have to stuff it super firmly. Excited about that. I'm gonna eat and go to the store, and then the next time you see me, this boy will be done. I think the body will be done, and then I'll make the ears and the tail, and that'll be fine. Last night I uploaded one of my reels as a YouTube short, and it's actually doing really well. I don't know what's normal for YouTube shorts, I haven't done that before, but it's at like nearly 2k views, which is a lot in my opinion. That's many people. I know that a view does not constitute a different person. I know that sometimes it counts the same person twice or more, but still, that's a lot. Impressed. Taking notes. Upload your reels to YouTube too. Yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. Bye. I finished him. Big boy. Chunky. I like his little tail. And I like that he kind of bounces on the table. That's fun. I went off pattern for the ears because I didn't like the way the ears looked in the pattern. If you look at him from the front, he's a little bit whack, but from the side, that's a good lad. I decided to match the ears with where the eyes are because I felt like that made sense. I don't know. If I made him again, I would definitely try to do the color distribution a little bit better. But because I was very confused by how the parts were coming together, like I trusted the process, but I did not know what was going to be what. Because of that, I couldn't really plan for where the colors were going to be. So if I were to make it again, I would make sure that this was not all the same. And this would have like differences in it. At least it's kind of symmetrical. This here is 3 of the same, and here it's also 3 of the same. He's got some symmetry to him, I guess. Anyway, chunky boy. I thought I was overstuffing him hella, but his head is squishy. But while I was sewing him up, it felt like I overstuffed him. Doesn't matter, it's decent. He is nice and huggable too. Like, I meant for him to be a decor piece, but he is actually cuddly. Cool. Finished. It's a little bit past 9 p.m. on Sunday, Christmas Eve. I am done 6 hours earlier than I was last year. I could have been done way earlier, but I decided I want to do other stuff in between because it doesn't really matter. Cool, good. I'm gonna give her all of the gifts. I don't have to pack them. I think I explained that already. My boyfriend's mom has so much wrapping paper at her house. I don't have to wrap these. I gotta do that tomorrow morning. Over there. But that's fine, because now I just get to shove them into a bag. So let me gather all of the gifts and then shove them in the bag. And then I can do literally anything else. I've already laid out my clothes for tomorrow. I'm wearing actual clothing instead of the pajamas that you constantly see me in. And then I gotta pack my project and bring penguin socks, and I'm bringing something else. Because the penguin penguin socks are knit. And I am not a very experienced knitter, so I think I might get like too distracted while opening gifts or at the restaurant or something. And then I'll want crochet. I will basically be working on something the entire day there because fiber crafts are anxiety management, and I am always anxious at social gatherings. So we're bringing crafts, and then you're just like the quirky, weird family member that does crafts all the time. Which is much better than the quirky, weird family member that is silent and not moving the whole time. I am so happy with it. Also the tummy is cute. The legs go funky. Oh, there's also some symmetry in there. Whoa, accidental symmetry. That's cool. I like the way they did the trunk, like his little... This is one hexagon question mark? Pentagon. One pentagon. And then it connects up there. And it just made a shape that I wasn't expecting. And it in the instruction it was like, yeah, okay, so you get a pentagon and you sew it on itself. And I was like, sew it on itself? But yeah, it attaches to itself. And then there's 2 and it go round. And yeah, big boy. I'm gonna grab gifts and throw them in a bag. I'm gonna probably time-lapse that so you can see all of them for a second again because I can. And I'm debating on whether or not I'm decorating the beanie. Right, my boyfriend has a sister and that sister has a boyfriend, and last year he got us all chocolates and I didn't have anything for him, so that was awkward. Kind of. It wasn't because he wasn't expecting anything, but now that I know that he is giving chocolates, because that is apparently something he always does, I made him a little beanie on the knitting machine. I'm debating if I'm just gonna leave it basic blue or if I'm putting like a little pleat on it. I'm definitely not putting the ghost on it like I did for the professor's beanie, because I don't think this guy really likes ghosts or funny stuff like that. But it's a dark blue beanie, so I could put stars on it. I'm not sure. I don't think I'll put anything on it. I think he just gets a dark blue beanie. He's kind of a basic guy. That is not an insult, that's just a description. Okay, getting stuff time. Hi, hello, we're in my room again. So the lighting is interesting. We're getting used to it, right? It's fine. I am back from Christmas. It's evening. I had some time to decompress and do some admin stuff. The giveaway winner has been selected. I had a lovely little dinner and a little gift exchange with all the stuff. Everyone loved their stuff, for as far as I could tell. Either they really liked it or they're really good at acting. Either way, I don't care. I brought my knitting there with the intention of working on the sock. But I also brought some of this type of yarn with little speckles. And my 6mm hook in case I didn't feel like knitting. And that was very smart because I did not feel like knitting. I am still new to knitting, as we've heard many times, and I am less confident in doing it while multitasking. But I'm very confident in crochet. So instead of knitting, I made a bunch of plushies. The morning before I went, like the evening before I started it, and in the morning I finished it, I think I did. A little grey elephant, because I thought it would be silly to have a little elephant with the big elephant. And then on the train I made another one. And then while I was there I made another one. And then this was later, but I also made one in the brown speckled yarn. This is like pink, blue and brown, and the other ones are pink, blue and yellow. So I have 4 elephants. I love them. They're little cuties. One of them is disappearing from my stash as a gift. The other 3 have been put up on my site to be adopted. Then I made this bunny, which is with the yellow speckles. And she got adopted almost instantly. I love her, she's very cute. I gotta give her her little nose still, and then she gets to go into a box and go off to her new parent. I love the bunnies, they're so good. My boyfriend was like, you're gonna make 1 million of those, and I was like, but they take so much longer than everything else that's this size, because the ears are big. And now I made a couple in the speckled yarn. I'm like, actually, you know what, he is completely right. I should be making 1 million of these because they are that cute. Look at our little ears. They, oh, absolute baby. I also made one in the other color of yarn that I took with me. I only took those 2 colors. That's why everything is in those colors. Absolute cutie. And then I made 2 of the little squiddies. On the yellow one I lost yarn chicken. I finished this at home real quick. I was just like this much yarn that I was short on it, so that was really a case of yarn chicken. But she's done now, and little baby. The squiddies are so fun. I love them. They're also really quick and simple, so they get to be very cheap. That's everything I made, and I think that's very impressive because that's only during the daytime, because we were at the restaurant for 4.5 hours. It was interesting. I'm not a restaurant person, right? I'm a very picky eater. I don't really like being in busy areas. There was live music, which great, amazing, lovely, not for me. I respect the lady immensely. She was singing there while she had a throat infection. She was singing while she had a throat infection or a lung infection or whatever you want to call that. And you could hear that she was in pain, but not because she was singing poorly, just because she would, like, after singing, she talked in her normal voice, which was in pain. So I was impressed, and I also felt very bad, and every time she started another song, I was like, oh lady, please have a cup of tea, sit down, it's fine. But it was a vibe, I guess. People loved that. The food was interesting. I was okay with like half of it, which is a lot for me, because fancy food does not agree with me usually. And yeah, overall, it was fun. I don't really like celebrations that much. It stresses me out, which is why I was crocheting a lot. And then my boyfriend told his mum that I am making socks now. So of course this lovely woman goes out to whatever local yarn shop she lives near, and she went to pick out some colors. And I mostly agree with colors that she likes, so that's good, right? Like, sometimes you don't agree with people on that, and they think, oh, I'm gonna pick you out some really pretty colors, and you look at them and you go, I actually like all of these. Which, that's good. The lighting is a bit horrible, but I'm gonna see if it picks up, kind of. This is pretty bright. Let me... Does that... Okay, don't worry about my face or the way my eyes are. The color is now accurate on the screen. Pretty. This is like plain stripes, no speckles in the stripes. This is really nice. There is this darker colorway, which is also very pretty. It's got some greens in it. And then there's this one with blues, and I have one similar to this, but not literally this, which is nice, because then I can make like semi-matching socks, but it's still a little bit different. One more stripe, self-striping. This does have speckles in between the stripes, which I also love. This is also a brand I've never heard of, which proves to me that she really just went outside for this instead of ordering it online, because she only knows the online yarn stores that I have sent her. Let's see, there's this one. These are two of the same, and this is like very mildly variegated. It's like a really grayish purple and a really grayish green together, and it's really hard to tell, but I think if you work it up you can tell. Not sure, I like the color. I'm probably gonna use it for heels and toes and stuff. And she got two of both because she thought that you could only make one sock with one skein, which... Prepared queen, you know, I wouldn't know that either if I didn't use any of this. I think this is like a dull pink. I don't know, it's like... All of the single color ones, non-self-striping ones, they are really nice neutral colors, which is great for me because I want to do color work and then I want like a neutral background. Or a neutral heel-toe combination. Let's see... This is a nice silvery blue. I got myself a silvery blue as well, which is cool. And then this is a green, which is also pretty similar to the green I have. And I kind of regret that I wasn't knitting the sock while I was unpacking these, because these two together are basically the colors of my penguin sock, but then slightly lighter. And it would have been really funny to be working with almost the exact same yarn that she gifted me. I'm gonna move the light up again because I am blinding myself. That was from my boyfriend's mum, and then technically also from his siblings, but I know it was his mum. They're really pretty, and I looked up the brand, and it's a pretty expensive brand. Like, I am impressed. Love that. Very thoughtful. And then, because I just get yarn whenever I need to get yarn, and sometimes my boyfriend pays for it or pays part of it. He of course did not get me any yarn because I've ordered a lot this month, which you might know. That's all back in the bin. What he did get me was some stuffies. We didn't exchange these at the actual Christmas gathering because he didn't really go to where you buy these beforehand, because that would have been really inconvenient. And on our way there, the little shop was closed, so we got it on the way back. Which is cool. I like them. They're cute and really squishy. And I think it's silly that I collect plushies like this when I make plushies as a job. I think it's kind of funny. Like, I could make something similar, but it wouldn't be the exact same because this isn't handmade. That was my gifts. I'm working on the giveaway prize right now. I found some really nice colors that are matching and it works with what that person likes. And then tomorrow I get to go to the post office with 3 boxes because the bunny. And then I am gifting the Squirtle to my friend in England because it was her birthday recently. And she's not having the best time currently, so she deserves some stuff. Probably gonna add something else too. I haven't decided yet. I'm packing it later anyway. And then the giveaway, which I'm finishing tonight at some point. that was quite a long thing, but that's how Christmas went for me and what I did. Tomorrow my parents visit, so then I'm gonna have some more things to show, maybe, maybe not, depends. And then I am back to actually working instead of working and hanging out with people. I'll be very happy when it is that time because holidays stress me out. That's not my thing. Poor bunny. Alright, I'm gonna continue working. Bye bye, see you tomorrow. Hi, good morning, it's Wednesday. My parents are gonna be here in like 2 hours-ish. A little bit less probably. So I'm downstairs with my basket of colorful yarns and my packages. The giveaway stuff is going in here. I'm still finishing the last coaster and I'm not gonna show you because surprises. And last night, when I was in bed, one of my lovely friends ordered another bunny. So now I have 3 packages to ship off. And the giveaway thing. The giveaway thing was requested that I ship that off at the end of the week because the person is staying with their family over the holidays, so they won't be home to receive the package. If it is on the earlier end of delivery. It is going to Germany. And Germany can take quite a while, but it can also go really fast. So just to be on the safe side that it doesn't end up at a post point and he can't pick it up fast enough. We're postponing that shipment by a few days. I think I'm just gonna send it out Friday when I go to work. Because post doesn't work on the weekend and it'll be New Year's then and then he'll be back. So that's good. I'm vibing here with the dog plushie. They are very soft and cuddly. I'm very happy with them. And Neo is being a little menace. She woke up and she had a bunch of energy, so... Hi, same day, different shirt. My parents visited and it was nice. We had some lunch. They entertained themselves with the cat. And I spent a lot of time making sure that they didn't like bother the cat too much and that the cat didn't do anything that might annoy them too much and whatever, like scratching the jackets or something. So I didn't get a lot done while they were here. I was expecting to not get a lot done while they were here. But I did make this bunny. He's like a nice dark blue and then a yellow snoot. I did the yellow as a contrast because I think the black embroidery would really not be visible. And then it matches with the little star and the little moon on the ears. I think this is cute. I wish I had a blue that was even darker, but I don't, so this is good enough. It picks up a lot darker on camera. It's like a medium blue, but this is the bunny I made today because the bunnies were doing really well. Everyone loves them, so I'm making more. That's the only thing I finished today. And then I realized I was digging through my little yarn basket downstairs, which I haven't used for a bit because I was making Christmas presents. And I was like, fuck, I still need to finish the seahorse. So I worked on that for a bit. Now this isn't a big deal because this person told me there's no deadline. I know that I'm making you freehand a big piece. I don't care if it takes long, but I care, right? Like I said this last time too, I think I care that I'm taking this long because it's embarrassing. I should be able to just do this in a week. But because it's free-handed and it's really big, it stresses me out because I am an absolute menace and I just start in plush yarn, right? So you can't really frog that well. And I just go for it. And technically it would be smarter if I did this in acrylic, wrote down notes on the pattern, had a small one for myself and then made the big one. But that would take twice as long and this is a thing that was estimated to take like 18 hours. So I didn't want to do that. It's going okay now. It's going okay in general. It just stresses me out a bunch and I don't like working on it because of that. because I need to like really think. And for most other things I make, I'm either following someone else's pattern or it's really basic shapes that I'm freehanding. And this is technically basic shapes, but it's bigger and it's a little bit more math, and I don't really, yeah, I don't know. I have hiccups. Yucky. I already had the head, which is like a big, it starts as a circle. I added a few more rows because it's going to be a horse head, and then I have this snout now that goes on it. That's why it's a little bit longer, so I still have room to do pretty felt eyes, ears, and a mane and stuff like that. Now I have this as the top part of the body. I still need to close this in a little bit, have a tiny bit of neck, but not that much. I think I'm gonna put like one of those hair roller things inside of it so the head stays up, but I don't know if I have one. Might use like a kitchen paper towel roll, like the inside cardboard tube. I might use that to make it stand up. That's like thin enough that it doesn't really bother you when you hold it, but sturdy enough that it works. And then I would stuff that too. That's actually a great solution. How did I not think of that earlier? Anyway, that's the body. It starts out as an oval in like a line that you then go around, and then it went up, and the closing is going to be a circle, so it has like a little bit of a wider chest. And then I started on the fin, which is going to go into like a triangle shape, and then once it gets nearer to the body, I'm going to make it a little bit more oval-y, but this also just stretches into an oval, so I don't need to do that as much. This is getting little frilly bits and decoration on it, like a few appliques. This is gonna get ears and like a bunch of curls. I'm gonna make arms that like have an actual elbow and then a hoof. I'm relatively confident that I know how to make all of the parts. It's just that I have been putting it off for so long that now I feel ashamed when I'm working on it. And it's really annoying. So I set myself a deadline, because the reason I've been putting it off is because it doesn't have a deadline and I'm stressed out about it. So I then just don't do it because no deadline. I made a deadline for myself. It's January 1st, which is this weekend. It is currently Wednesday. Hi! Hi, Neo. What do you want, baby? You want attention? Come here. So that's a couple of days and I don't really have anything to do. Tomorrow I have a little date into the city. Going to go to a few shops. I need to get myself a hairdryer. My boyfriend wants to get more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We're going to the manga store. We're gonna have a little fun time. We're gonna get Neo some toys. Right, baby? Get you some stuff. And Friday I have my cleaning job somewhere in the afternoon. We're doing a really weird time because it's the holiday break and their kids are home. But those are all relatively short things. I have mornings and evenings, and then I have the whole weekend. I don't really do anything for New Year's, so that makes it... Neo, don't show your butt. Decency, baby, decency. You're gonna go under the table, okay. So I think I can finish that. If I don't, I'm just gonna make it a like week extension or something. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. It's currently like, what time is it even? It's a little bit past 8. I am gonna work on this for like 2 more hours maybe, and then go to bed. I think I should go to bed on time. I've been like really sleep deprived all week because of the Christmas stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little time-lapse situation, I think. I hope I make good progress. Yeah. Hi, it's a little bit past 10, which is the time I said I'd go to bed, but I don't want to yet, so it's fine. I have this shape now. This is like the torso, and there's going to be the big fin under it. That's why it's so short compared to the head. It's got a nose with nostrils. Kind of sad about the spacing here, but I can't really fix that anymore. We're just gonna accept it. You don't see it that much in person. It just shows up because the lighting is weird here. There's a little paper towel thing in here, but everything else is soft and squishy. Right now it's kind of giving me dragon vibes with the nostrils. I hope the ears and the mane fix that. He's big, like, that is sizable. Working on the fin tail thing. It's going a little bit slow because while I'm working on this, I'm messaging one of my friends on Discord. Having a little catch-up moment. And we talked about how it would be really fun to make little outfits for Neo. Neo is on my lap, by the way. She is EP, so I'm gonna let her be for a second. But we had a little chat about how it would be really funky to make little outfits for Neo. And I do want to make her some things, but I don't want to make her a whole cosplay or something, even though I think it's really cool when cats are in cosplay. Because I don't think she'd like that. She doesn't really like her harness. She hated her surgery sweater. So I think it's best to just make her a little hat and then have that on for like a 5-second picture and then take it off again. Because she doesn't like clothes. Which is valid. If I was a little cat, I would also be confused about suddenly having layers. This is going at a decent speed though. I am having a little bit of a wrist cramp because I have been crocheting a lot the past few days with very little breaks or sleep. Because Christmas dinner was until midnight and then we still had to walk to the house. And then I slept on like an air mattress, so that's not the best rest after a full day of crochet, so I was sore. And then the next day I just continued to crochet because I felt like it. And now today I'm also crocheting, so I should probably have like a good early sleep. Still, I just kind of want to finish the main bit of the tail before I go to bed. Because I'm not taking notes and then I won't remember what I'm doing. Right now I'm doing a few rows of just single crochets to make it a little bit longer before it's at its widest. And then I'm going to do, I think, 2 more increases with a row of single crochets between. Every increase here has a row of single crochets between it to make it like longer and pointy. Because I want plenty of space on this to add like little frills and little decorations. I'm thinking about getting some thin cotton from the local craft, not cotton, the like chain craft store near me. So not the cute little old lady shop, but like the chain store that's over the whole country. Has thinner chenille yarn, like 2.5mm hook chenille yarn. And it's super overpriced, but I'm thinking of getting some to make like little seashells and stars for on the tail. I was thinking of getting some anyway to make some fluffy keychains for just because I think fluffy keychains might be nice too. Right now I make my keychains in cotton and acrylic and I think that is good for durability. But if you want your keychain to be more of like a stress toy, I think it would be nicer to be fluffy. So like imagine little mushy boys, right? And then like the big ones that I have in the fluffy yarn, but then sized down to keychain size, but still as soft, and then you can just squish it when you're anxious. That sounds like it would be nice and more convenient to take with you than the big boys. I'm gonna continue this for a little bit and then go to bed, and I'll decide tomorrow if I'm making this video take until it's done or if I'm editing early. I think I should edit early actually. I'm gonna completely scrap what I just said. I mentioned the sale earlier and that sale is going until the 31st. I don't think I'll be done with enough time before the 31st for it to make sense for me to talk about the discount. So I am most likely editing this tomorrow morning and then starting a new one where I'm finishing this. I finished the elephant in here and showed you Christmas gifts. I think it's okay for me to not finish this. Okay, I'm gonna, yeah. I don't finish things in order usually, so there will be a lot of videos where you see me starting things but not finishing them, or finishing things that I started like a long time ago, or just like making the same thing a bunch of times, and that's just how I craft. And I don't feel like rearranging my regular schedule just because I think it's more aesthetically pleasing to finish an item before finishing a video, if that makes sense. Also, I don't want every video to be an hour long because that's just like a big commitment for you to watch, and I don't like doing that. I love hour-long videos. I watch them in multiple parts. I'm not expecting other people to do that. I'm not expecting you to think, oh, I should watch the other half of this video I watched last week. So it's just going to be a little bit scattered. You just see what I'm working on in the time frame that I'm actually working on it. Which is fun. I like watching things like this. If there's any suggestions to improve, please let me know. I think I've said this before, no one's given me any feedback besides just, yeah, that's good. So I'm gonna keep doing whatever I'm doing. I do think sometimes it's fun to only make one thing and then have that be the central point of a video. But the idea here is that you just see what I do in the day, in like a work day. And that is very scattered and a lot of random stuff. So I won't always end a video with a finished object. Yeah, that's my little explanation. I'm hopefully not going to be having to explain that again. I didn't think I had to anyway. I don't think anyone's gonna question that. But I feel like it's a little bit strange to just like stop recording in the middle of a project. But I have plenty of time on the recordings already, so I think this is going to be it. Thank you for being here. I hope you had a lovely Christmas if you celebrate that. If you don't, good days anyway. You know, having a good time should not be limited to a holiday. And if you want to get anything from the site, make sure you use the discount codes while they're available. In the start of January, the site will be closed for a little bit. You can still email me or DM me on Instagram for getting like scheduled in for commissions. I do commissions in the order that I receive them, unlike what you might think from this. This is like more of a friend thing. I already explained this. I usually do custom orders and commissions in the order that I receive them. So if you know you want something while the actual shop is closed, you can still message me, and then you'll have like your spot in the orders reserved. Not that I'm getting so many commissions that you have to wait a long time anyway, but you know, sometimes I get a few in a row and then I don't get any for like a month, and then I get many at the same time again. It really comes in waves, it's weird. But you can still do that. You just can't really buy any of the pre-mades that I'm showing in the videos after the December 31st for a bit. And let me know what you're thinking of the shorts. I started uploading shorts, and they're basically my Instagram reels, but I know that not everyone uses Instagram, so I thought I'd upload them as shorts too, if that makes sense. I don't want to start recording separate shorts. That was a fire truck. I hope everyone's okay. I don't want to start recording separate shorts on top of the reels. I already refuse to have TikTok be an active thing because I don't want to record a separate TikTok, and I know that TikTok completely destroys your reach if you have an Instagram watermark, or the other way around. So far, YouTube has not been having that issue. I don't like recording multiple short form content things of the same thing. it feels very redundant and not productive. I could be making something in that time. So they will mostly be my reels, and I might have some that are exclusive to the shorts and some reels that I don't upload on the shorts. I don't know yet. That's gonna depend, but let me know if you like that I started doing that. I think it's fun. I got some new people from that. Hello, welcome. If you're also watching YouTube videos instead of just the shorts, thank you. That is very friendly and nice. I'm gonna stop this for a bit. Give Neo a little wave. Hi, baby. You guys say bye. Bye. And then I'll see you later.